If you're moving from Texas to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, do not assume this is just a smaller version of what you already know. That is where people get surprised. You might be used to bigger highways, newer suburbs, higher property taxes, no state income tax, long drives, wide open spaces, and certain kind of Texas space. Baton Rouge can feel very similar at first. Then the details start showing up. The cost structure is different. Traffic does not work the same way. Parish lines matter more than you might expect. Weather and insurance need real attention. Even the culture, while still Southern, has a more local and personal feel that a lot of people are used to. So, if you're coming from Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, or anywhere else in Texas, here are 5 things you need to know before buying a home in the Baton Rouge area. Number 1, first, the money conversation changes. A lot of Texas buyers are used to thinking about real estate through one major filter: property taxes. That makes sense because Texas property taxes can be a major part of the monthly payment. Louisiana is different. You do have state income tax here, which is something Texas buyers need to factor in right away. At the same time, property taxes may feel more manageable depending on the home, parish, exemption situation, or price point. This is where the comparison gets tricky. A Texas buyer might look at Baton Rouge and think the house costs less, the taxes look better, and the payment should be easy. Sometimes that is true. Other times the full picture changes once insurance, flood considerations, roof conditions, utilities, commute costs, and maintenance enter the conversation. The smartest move is not comparing one tax line to another. You want to know what your actual life costs after the move. Mortgage payment matters, obviously, so does insurance. A primary residence may qualify for Louisiana's homestead exemption, which can help with the property tax side. Income tax belongs in the calculation too. Once you get everything together, you get a much clearer answer. That is usually what shocks Texas buyers. A home that looks cheaper online might not be the best financial fit. Another house with a higher price tag could make more sense because the condition, location, roof, drainage, or insurance profile is stronger. So before you get excited about a lower listing price, slow down and run the real numbers, not the pretty internet version, the actual monthly version. Number 2, Baton Rouge traffic catches Texans off guard. Now, I know people in the Texas drive. If you're coming from Houston or Dallas for sure, you may hear 25 minutes and think that is nothing. In Texas, a quick trip can still involve 4 highways, 2 toll roads, and a spiritual commitment. Baton Rouge feels different because of mileage does not tell the whole story. The route matters. A short drive can feel longer than expected if you hit the wrong stretch at the wrong time. Trust me, I-10 can completely change your mood. The Mississippi Bridge has humbled many confident people. School traffic, rain, construction, LSU game days can turn a normal route into something you need to plan around. That is one of the biggest adjustments for Texas buyers. You might be used to distance. What surprises people here is compression. A lot of movement funnels around the same road, same intersections, and same pressure points. So when you're choosing an area, do not just look at how far it is from work. Drive it when you should actually be driving it. Try the morning commute, check the after work commute, see what happens when school is in session. Notice whether the errands you care about are easy or annoying. A beautiful house will not make a frustrating drive disappear. Look, the kitchen can be gorgeous, but it's not going to sit shotgun and encourage you through traffic every day. If your day depends on getting across town at certain times, location needs to be a part of your decision from the beginning. Number 3, the area you choose matters more than the house you find. This is where a lot of Texas buyers get pulled in too many directions. Around Baton Rouge, you're not just choosing a city, you're choosing a lifestyle. East Baton Rouge has a different feel than Ascension Parish. Livingston Parish brings a different pace than South Baton Rouge. East Baton Rouge has a different feel than Ascension Parish. Livingston Parish brings a different pace than South Baton Rouge. Gonzales, Prairieville, Denham Springs, Central Zachary, Mid-City, and the LSU area, and the neighborhoods closer to the medical centers or restaurants. They all serve different routines. That matters because Texas buyers often come in with a wide search radius. In a big Texas metro, expanding the map may feel normal. Around Baton Rouge, though, moving your search by a few miles can change your commute, school options, flood considerations, price point, neighborhood feel, and daily rhythm. So the better question is not, where can I get the most house? A stronger starting point is, what kind of day do I want to have? Some buyers want convenience. They like being close to restaurants, hospitals, LSU, shopping, and the activity of Baton Rouge. Other people want a suburban routine with newer homes, a neighborhood feel, and enough room to breathe. Plenty of relocators come here looking for more space, quieter surroundings, or a slower pace outside the busier areas. Now, all of those can be good choices. The mistake is trying to shop every lifestyle at once. One day you're looking at something closer to Baton Rouge, then a house in Ascension catches your eye. After that, a listing in Livingston looks bigger for the money. Before long, the search becomes messy because you are comparing homes that do not offer the same life. That is how you end up confused. Get clear on your routine first, work backwards from there, the way you want your weekdays, weekends, errands, school routes, family time, and downtime to feel. Once that part makes sense, the house search gets much easier. Number 4, weather and insurance are a bigger deal than most Texans expect. Now, Texas has its own weather problems, so it's not about pretending Louisiana is the only place with storms. Texans know heat, Texans know hail. Some areas deal with flooding, drought, wind, and plenty of unpredictable weather. Baton Rouge brings a different set of concerns. The humidity is way heavier. Rain can come in fast. Storm season is a part of life here. Flood zones are not some side note you can ignore until the last minute. Insurance can affect whether a home still feels affordable once the full payment is calculated. That changes how you evaluate the property. The roof matters a lot. Drainage around a yard deserves attention. Elevation can influence comfort level. Tree coverage, grading, and gutters and general maintenance all tell you something about how the house may handle Louisiana weather. A Texas buyer might walk into a home and focus on the kitchen, floor plan, bedrooms, and price. Those details do matter, but the outside of the property needs just as much attention as the inside. After a hard rain, does the yard hold water? Has the roof been recently replaced? Are there visible drainage concerns? What does insurance look like for the specific home? Those questions are not meant to scare you. They are just meant to protect you from falling in love too early. A house can be beautiful and still require a deeper look. When you are relocating, you do not want the expensive surprises to show up after closing. Number 5, the lifestyle needs to feel familiar until the local details start mattering. This is where Baton Rouge can be a good fit for a lot of Texans. People care about family here. Faith matters to a lot of households. I got the best church on earth. Reach out to me. We got small groups for men's groups, women's groups, small groups for children. We got couples groups. We got 3 services on Sunday morning. Just message me. Food is a major part of daily life here. Football is not casual. Neighbors often know each other. Local relationships carry weight. That part can feel comfortable if you're coming from Texas. The difference is scale. Baton Rouge has a much more personal feel than a massive Texas metro. You start finding your church, your favorite restaurant, your grocery store, your kids' activities, and your weekend routine pretty quickly. That can be one of the best parts of moving here. At the same time, personal freedom and state rules are areas where Texans usually want clarity. Taxes are one example. Gun laws are another. Both Texans and Louisiana may feel similar in some ways when it comes to carry laws, but you need to check the current rules before assuming everything works exactly the same. See, qualifying adults may have permitless carry options in both states, yet the details, restricted places, residency questions, and responsibilities still matter. And that's not something to guess on. The broader point is simple. Do not assume familiar culture means identical rules. If something matters to your life, your family, your faith, your finances, or your personal responsibilities, make sure you understand how Louisiana handles it before you move. That is part of relocating wisely. Now, here's the honest summary. Baton Rouge can make a lot of sense for people coming from Texas. You may find a more local feel. The food is going to ruin you in the best way. A slower pace may be easier to find depending on the area. There are beautiful homes, strong communities, and plenty of neighborhoods where people can feel settled. Way better football team. Being close to New Orleans without living in New Orleans is another bonus for a lot of buyers. But this move works best when you stop treating Baton Rouge like Texas with the Louisiana address. That mindset creates mistakes. The real cost of living needs to be calculated carefully. Traffic should be tested in real life, not guessed from a map. Each parish and area offers a different rhythm. Weather, flood zones, roof age, drainage, and insurance deserve attention before you fall in love with a home. Culture may feel familiar, but the local rules and daily habits are still their own thing. If you're relocating from Texas to Baton Rouge, the best thing you can do is slow the process down just enough to make a smart decision. Not a fearful decision, not an overcomplicated decision, just a clear one. Start with how you want to live your life and how you want it to feel, then compare the areas that support that lifestyle. After that, the right home becomes a lot easier to recognize if you are moving from Texas and trying to figure out where you actually want to fit around Baton Rouge. Reach out. I can help you compare East Baton Rouge, Ascension Parish, Livingston Parish, and the surrounding areas based on your real day-to-day life. And if you want more honest breakdowns about moving to Baton Rouge, buying here, and understanding what life actually feels like in this area, stick around. I'll keep helping you make the right move before you make the move. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, share with a friend. Also, check out all my home tours. I love you all.
Packing my bags, headed for Baton Rouge.
Moving to Baton Rouge with LaRose.
Helping you find your home in Baton Rouge.
Moving to Baton